guys, Hannah here with another Mini Zentangle session. Today is week 2, day 5, and the materials we're going to need are a fine liner pen in black, and if you don't have one, a black biro or a gel pen, a black pencil, an earbud and a square of card. If you don't have a square of card, you can draw a square in your journal or your notebook. This one measures 5 centimetres by 5 centimetres. If you'd like to get your materials ready, pause the video, and when you're settled, we can start. We're going to start off as before with the pencil, and on the white square we're going to just gently draw a border. We're going to turn it around and draw another line. Keep turning until you've joined that square border and covered all 4 sides. And the pattern we're going to do today has 2 different variations, so I'm going to show you both. I'm going to start off with the simple one first, and the way that I draw this is from the top to the bottom, or I draw from the bottom to the top. I'm just going to draw a wavy line. I'm then going to mirror that and follow the same contour, so I've now got 2 wavy lines. I'm just going to pick a random place on that second line, and I'm just going to draw a hump which I will colour in. Now when I draw the third line, I'm going to mirror the first 2, but then over the hump I'm going to draw around it. And then I'm going to draw a second line which will mirror the exact same shape. And then picking another area, I'm just going to draw another random shape. This one is sort of a hump-ish. And then repeating this, the 5th line will follow line 4 and then go round that hump. And then the 6th line will follow exactly the same. I'm then picking another random place, and on this one I'm just drawing a triangular shape and colouring it in. So when I mirror this one, I've actually got to go up and over and then follow the shape of the previously drawn line. And then repeating that, oops, I've got to hold the tile while I'm drawing. And then picking another section, I'm just going to draw another shape. Again, it's come out a bit like a triangle, but you can draw bumps, lumps, humps, whatever you feel comfortable. And then up and over, and as long as you mirror each line and then go round whichever shape you've added, you can continue to do that. So the easiest way of explaining it is to draw 2 lines, then a hump that's coloured in, and then follow the contour as if you were drawing around it. And you're going just to continue in that exact same way. And each set of 2 lines, if you choose a different section to put your hump, you will end up with a nice flowing shape. Here I'm actually going to pick there. You don't need to worry too much about the thought process on this one. It's very, very easy and relaxing. And then here you'll see I've come to the edge where my border is, so I'm going to imagine where the humps would be, and actually I've got a spare gap there and there, so I'm going to fill that in. I'm now going to switch to my pencil so we can add some shading, and this shading is very simple. I'm just putting the shading around the outside, following where that border was, and then switching to my earbud, or if you have it, a blending tool or a tortillon or a stump. I'm just shading, no I'm not, I'm just smudging that pencil out. And that's the first version, which as you can see is very simple. This one is great for kids to do. I'm going to show you some examples of that at the end, but for now we're going to move on to another white tile. And I'm going to start in exactly the same way by drawing a light border in pencil. And this shape is exactly the same principle, it's just done in a different way. So I'm just going to start off with a little dot. And if you remember, we did a spiral shaped tangle a couple of days ago. This is a similar process. So starting from that dot, I'm just going to draw out and round. I'm then stopping there, and on that part there I'm going just to draw a little hump that I'm colouring in. Now I find it easier at this point to turn my tile. I'm going to continue the spiral shape, but I'm going around that hump. And this is a pattern that is much easier to do as you turn your tile, and as long as you follow that shape you'll be fine. So now I've reached the next row round, I'm going to draw a hump over here, and then I'm going to follow it round the hump and back around and keep going following the shape. And then over here I'm going to draw another hump and colour it in, following it round, and then going to do one here. And as you do this, you'll find that if you repeat it, you won't be able to get two that look the same, because the pattern will differ wherever you put your humps. So if you see this side, it's coming out more oval rather than round. And again, you don't have to worry too much about where you're putting your humps. Just add one every second row round. And if you're used to tangling, this is a great tangle to do to fill a section. And when you're doing it, you're going to slow down a bit more than I am, so you'll pay more attention to colouring it in, colouring the humps in properly. And here we go, round again. So where am I going to put the hump? I'm going to put it there, I think. And this is another tangle that you can really slow down. Focus on your breathing while you're drawing. And I'm going to go around these two large ones here. And I'm actually going to draw a hump over here because I can already see that this side doesn't have as many excuse me, I've got a right tickly cough today due to the hay fever. And now now I get to this part here, which is the pencil border that we've drawn, and you'll notice that I've stopped here and then I'm going to start the other side, and I'm always trying to keep the distance between each row the same or similar. So there's nothing I can do with this bit here, but I can start up here and then finish off around there. Now I want another hump somewhere around here, and as you get closer to the edge you'll notice that some edges, like these two, they will appear quicker because you've got more rings around them. So this bit here, this corner now is finished. I can't fit any more in. I'm going to draw one last hump on this side, and then I'm going to finish that off, and then I'm just going to draw a little one in this corner here and then follow it round, and then I think with these two corners I'm just going to draw the final lines, and that's pretty much it. And I think it looks quite pretty. Moving to the pencil, and for the shading we're going to repeat exactly what we did for the one before, and we're just going to shade the pencil around the outside, and then moving to the smudging tool, the earbud, just going to shade that in. So here are the two that we've drawn this morning, and here are two that I drew before, and you'll see that I've drawn them in exactly the same principle, but all three look different. And here are two that I've done round, and this one I've put a lot more humps in, and this one as well, but again you'll see that there's none that look the same. Here is one I've done both. So in the centre I've done three of the round ones, and then either side I've done these ones here. And then this final one I've just done completely differently. I've done it going from left to right rather than up to down, and I've just filled the circles with some round shaped orbs. And that's it for today's session. Tomorrow is our week 2, day 6, and this is what we're going to be tangling. So if you can draw an Easter bunny, or if you need an email with the shape in, I'm happy to send that to you. I hope you've enjoyed today's session, and I look forward to you joining us tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.